Yeah, I'll not take much of your time. I'll leave the dais open to the power couples to speak and guide you on exclusively on mains answer writing. Thank you.
First of all, power couple in Allah. So everything looks greener on the other side antarala hange. Once you come
Yes.
into service, there is no power. It's all about hard work and too much of
It is about all about hard work.
yeah. It's
No Sundays.
So first of all, I would like to apologize that we are half an hour late. So as I was telling downstairs, sir, health ಇದೆ, madam had underestimated Bangalore traffic. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಹೊರಟ್ವಿ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೇಟ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ to making you wait in this
Yes, and
very hot.
the place here is as well, it's a bit hot. I am seeing that you're getting fruities, so I think you should be able to put up with the place for some more time. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. This particular session is planned on answer writing, handling mains, how do you approach preparation for general studies papers, and how do you go for attempting your UPSC mains paper. So we will be touching all of these aspects one by one together, and I would want to keep this session more interactive, because a one-way kind of a session you would be seeing of a lot of toppers on YouTube. But the fact that we are here all today, so you can directly ask your questions to us. And in case we are telling something and you feel like that there's something that you want to add on that particular, ask on that particular topic, so you can just put your hands up, right? So we'll keep it interactive, we'll keep it two-way, right? So the first question for you is, how many of you are writing mains this year? Okay. How many of you have written mains? All right. So a major part of the crowd will be writing mains next year or the year after. Okay. So we'll keep it that way. And I would like to first begin by telling you the importance of this mic is thoda side. Is it fine from here? Can you hear me? A bit near. Okay. Yes. So we'll begin by why answer writing is important. So, general studies. How many papers do we have for general studies? 4 papers. What else do we have in written? We have optionals, we have compulsory language, and we have essay. So, I will start by giving you my own example. My total score for UPSC was 1068, right? And my GS score, as sir was telling you, was 470. That makes around 45% of my score coming only from GS. Why I'm telling you is that the major part of why I got the rank that I got was my score in general studies. Because if you look at my scores in optionals and essay and interview, they're pretty on the average side, right? So on average of the other toppers. But what made me reach that rank was my general studies score. So this speaks volumes about how much you can gain out of preparing for those 4 GS papers, how well you can practice it in advance, and what kind of returns you can get in your overall score from the general studies papers, right? So we will first start with how do you prepare. This is giving echo. We will start by how do we prepare. So there is a common question from students: how do you make notes? Yes, this is a very common question which all of us have when we start preparing. And notes, when you say, I'll talk about 3 different parts of it. The first is, how do you make notes of the current affairs? Yes, this sounds tricky to us. So what I used to do was, I used to read a particular newspaper. I used to read Hindu. Then I started reading Indian Express and the latest stages of my preparation. You can choose either of them. You can read the newspaper and try to specifically focus on the editorial section. And for that, I used to make my own notes. So when I say own notes, what I mean is, I used to note down some important statements, some good facts, some statistics, some quotation, or some international report which is quoted there. When you do that for an editorial, what happens is, you are creating your own data bank. You are creating your own line of thought in that particular topic. And I had categorized them according to the different topics of the general studies. So I had made history, geography. Generally in current affairs, you will not have much of history, geography. You will more have polity, economy, Indian society. What else? Science and tech, IR, international relations. So I had categorized the topics and I used to note down whatever editorial importance which I used to find in that particular head. So that gave me, at the end of 1 year, I had my own set of notes for all important topics that were there for that year. So when you say current affairs, if you're giving the exam for 2023, from January 2022, your current affairs become important. From Jan 22 for the next year exam of 2023. That much is sufficient, because more or less the themes will remain same. Only the facts will change, like the amount of poverty, different facts. So the GS2 you have in GS3 different facts. So those will change, but over a year the theory part will more or less remain the same.